As you all see, we have a special friend who came to join in on the conversation with us. This is Vonda.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Vonda. How are you?
I'm good.
It feels like it's been so long.
Right.
It's been a couple of years, but I mean, hey.
Hey.
Yes.
Well, thank you for visiting us today.
Yes, I'm glad to be here, guys.
Absolutely.
We are glad to have you. And something about you that Shanequa and I always admire is how you always look so pretty. Like
Always.
Your hair, your
gosh.
makeup, your
Always so put together, Vonda.
Always.
Oh my God. Okay, that's from the outside looking in, but I know the truth.
Right. No, but seriously, remember sometimes we'll be like, it's a meeting and, no, send Vonda because she's a good look. She's a good
I'm
look.
going, not me. I'm not going. You can go. Send Vonda.
You're a mess.
Yes,
Oh my God.
yes.
Yeah, well, my mom always said, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready type thing.
That's
And
true.
I really think, she's going to hate me for saying this, but I really think my mom gave me a complex a little bit.
Okay.
How so?
Because growing up, when I would visit her job, she would be like, "Hey, what you look like? Don't come in here looking terrible.
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 Don't come in here looking terrible." So I don't know. I think that has
stuck
played
with
a
you.
major role in, like even when I go to the grocery store, if I'm just laying around the house or whatever the case may be, like even in relaxing around the house, my mom always made us get up, make sure you shower, because you never know who may come to the front door
That's
if
true.
you have to leave. So you
Okay.
always have to look presentable, so she says. So, and
And
even
that's
to this day, my mom, she will not take her makeup off until it's time for her to go to bed. Like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because she
Wow.
says, I never know when one of my girls will call or either her parents.
Right.
would have-
So she's
yeah.
always ready.
She's always ready.
No, and
She's
I've
always
seen
ready.
your mom. She's beautiful. She's very
Thank you.
beautiful.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I have the pleasure, but wow, so yeah, it sounds like your mom is always ready.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's where I get it from.
And I admire that because, see, I always fight with this and I never win. So, it's always, how am I going to do my hair? And I always end up doing the same thing to my hair. So, my solution to the problem I have been thinking is, why don't we all be bald? Like everyone on earth, just be bald.
Really, Miss A?
For real.
I don't-
like.
No, you can wish that on yourself. Please don't wish that on me.
No, because if we are all bald, then it wouldn't be an issue because we kind of all look the same. I just can't do that myself because I don't have that level of self-esteem. Like I think that's a whole different level of self-esteem that I haven't been able to tap into.
Yeah.
I believe that people who are bald or go bald, either voluntarily or not,
Right.
and are able to embrace it and just rock it, it's just an amazing thing because I really think the level of self-esteem has to be way off the bar.
That's true. I mean, I think so. And even that, I forget her name, but the celebrity that recently went bald, she's a comedian and she dates Common. Tiffany Haddish. She just recently
She
went
did.
bald. She did.
And she looks beautiful.
She looks beautiful, and one of the reasons she stated that she wanted to go bald is because she wanted to know all of her. Like she said, I just wanted to know all of me. I wanted to know what my head looked like, and I would never have known that if I didn't shave my head. So she gets to know the complete her.
Yes.
So that's the reason why she went bald. So she had to let people know, no, I didn't go crazy.
Yeah. There's a
But I
reason.
wanted, it was a self-discovery moment for her.
Yeah, so see,
Wow.
you see what I'm saying? So it's not such a bad idea, even though it would be kind of like the norm. But it will be cool if I'm not the only one.
Yeah.
And that's solves my
But
problem.
you wouldn't
I
be
guess
the
I was
only
gonna
one.
be the only one, but I guess the initial thought of everyone being bald was like, really, Mercedes?
Right.
But
Because
you're-
everyone doesn't have hair problems.
I know. And I get so jealous. And that's why we all should go bald.
But I don't think you have a hair problem.
Well, see, it's just one of those things where it's like a love-hate situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like it, a lot of times I don't.
Yeah.
Especially when I have to deal with it. But it's that self-esteem, and I wanted, since we're talking about self-esteem, what is it? What is self-esteem? What does it look like? What for men and women? What is it to have a healthy self-esteem or a low self-esteem? Is self-esteem something that is rigid and it always stayed or should stay the same, or is it something fluid that can kind of move around between one end to the other end?
That's a good question.
It is. I think self-esteem can be fluid because life happens to us all.
Right.
And I think that there are certain external factors that may influence your self-esteem.
Okay.
Where you may not have had issues with self-esteem, but say if you were bullied in school, or you were in a relationship that really broke you down to a place where you didn't even recognize who you were anymore. I think situations and life events can impact your self-esteem. So I do think that it's a possibility that it can go up and down.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with what Vonda just stated. And I think self-esteem is really about knowing. It's more of inner work.
It is.
Right? And I think it's about knowing your worth. And I think everything, self-esteem has a language, and it has corresponding behaviors. Right? So like you mentioned, I think self-esteem can really be fluent, because I don't think we all start out with a whole heap of self-esteem.
True.
Right? But I think it evolves as we evolve, and the more that we grow, and the more experiences that we have, I think our self-esteem grows as well.
And even with having a healthy self-esteem, right? That may be fluid at times as well. Because
Absolutely.
I'm speaking from my own experiences, and I don't think I can have the same level of self-esteem or a high self-esteem in different settings, when facing these different circumstances,
Right.
or different situations. There are situations where I may feel like, oh, I'm it right now. Right now I'm it. But I may walk into different situations where I'm more like, I'm
Not
just
as
gonna
confident.
let me
Right.
watch the room first and kind of build myself up before I can put myself out there.
So are you saying your level of comfort can kind of dictate your self-esteem, or your level of your confidence?
I think so at some point,
Yeah.
because sometimes you may, like I said, you may doubt yourself in some situations.
Yeah.
Where there may be other situations where you are just able to just jump right in.
Do you think that speaks to confidence or self-esteem?
I think they both go together.
Okay.
That one can complement the other.
absolutely.
Because if you have low confidence,
It's
then
gonna
that's going to
affect
affect your
your
self-esteem.
Okay.
So even though they are not the same, they kind of go together and they may supplement each other.
I get that. And I guess I asked that question because when you spoke of if you enter a room, and I immediately thought about confidence, because there have been instances where my confidence level didn't match my self-esteem, but it didn't affect it either.
Okay.
So my self-esteem was still where it was prior to me entering the room, but my level of confidence had lowered because, I don't know, I had entered the room with people who I felt were bigger than me.
Right.
So my level of confidence, I had to put my humble hat on and say, okay, I'm in a place where I'm the student type thing, but my self-esteem was still where it was prior to. I guess that's why I asked.
Right, that's a good observation,
yes,
a good point to make, because when you said that, it did take me to an example of, when you walk in a room and everybody's great. Right? You're not the only great one. Or for instance, many of you who may not know, she can sing like a bird. But if you walk in a room and there's other great singers who can sing just as well, then what is it that thing that you will need to keep, to keep yourself from not feeling less than. And I think it is that confidence piece that you spoke about. So,
and it's the self-esteem that
Absolutely.
reminds me that I am confident in the gift that I have.
Correct, because you know your worth.
Because I know my worth.
You
So
know
that
your
speaks
worth.
to my
Right.
self-esteem.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because going back to the singing, even sometimes, remember, like she will be singing, and then when she noticed that we
Yeah.
were listening or watching, she
She'll
would just stop. It's
Right.
like, what?
That speaks to shyness.
But I just wanted to throw that out there
Right.
because, you really deprave us from your beautiful voice so many
She
times.
does. Yeah, you do.
So I think that with the self-esteem and the confidence, and I'm so glad that you brought it up, because those are the things that go hand to hand. Yes, you may have in different situations, may not feel so sure about yourself, but that shouldn't affect your self-esteem.
Absolutely.
However, your confidence should be a boost of or a reminder.
Correct.
Of hey, I gotta bring this thing up.
Yeah.
If it's low for whatever reason, because like Shanequa mentioned before, we don't just come out just saying, I value
I have
myself,
high
I love
self-esteem,
myself. So what impact do you think that the outside work has, or on building
wow.
males and females, and I'm talking about boys and girls self-esteem?
I think external factors do play a huge part of it. And it can be a huge part for some people because you have the social media and society dictating what beauty is, dictating the size of beauty, the color of beauty. So when young girls and young men see that and they see that they are different from that, that can impact their self-esteem. A lot of times, external factors such as relationships. If you get in an abusive relationship, and I don't just mean physically, but it can be abusive mentally and emotionally. That can definitely weigh in on your self-esteem because some people will start to believe that I am less than, or this is what I deserve because of X, Y, and Z. So I think external factors can play a major role in how people view themselves.
Because you do start to believe those things. And like you said before, it takes some inner work to counteract those things that are being thrown at you, whether that could be abuse or whatever the case may be, to keep your confidence and self-esteem at a place where it doesn't affect you in other arenas of your life. So
Exactly.
Right.
I once saw a quote that said, people think that confidence is, everyone would like me. But confidence is actually, even if they don't, I'm okay.
Absolutely.
Right.
I'm okay.
Yes. So now that brings me to the point, how much do we confuse our children, right? Because there are so many different messages, even as parents, and I'm going to say, again, from my personal experience as a parent, telling our children, like, you just gotta be yourself. Be yourself. But then at the same time, it's like, wait a minute. Sometimes don't be too much yourself. Because of whatever setting, situation, or, of course, with the social media, what they see, and what is the perception of what beauty is, or the perception of what is to be intelligent. Because let's not only talk about the physical, because self-esteem is more than just that. But that are you smart enough or not? Are you creative enough or not? Whatever it is that is dominating what the children are being exposed to today. How can we bring balance to that for our little ones, our young ones right now?
And you all, please get in the comments and help us out and keep this conversation going on. And comment on your experience with self-esteem and confidence and how this all play a factor in our being. And
not just for girls, but for boys, because something that I notice is a lot of times when we speak about self-esteem,
we just think girls.
We think girls, but what about boys? And these boys grow up to be men.
Correct.
And what is self-esteem for a man? What does it look like?
I know a lot of times I hear men speak of, like it's a whole lot of income driven or career driven, sometimes for men. Not all men, but for a lot of men. If they don't feel as though their career is where it should be, or they're not making enough money as society would say, you know, we always throw around this 6-figure salary income. So if they feel like, oh man, they are falling below that benchmark, that can impact them, you know, feeling like, man, I'm not a man, or I feel less than a man because I'm not really taking care of my family like I should. So I know that income can definitely impact a man's self-esteem.
Okay.
I believe the same. I think that females focus more on outer appearance.
Yes.
As shallow as that may sound, but it's true. And males, like you said, their thought pattern is on a whole nother spectrum of thinking. And being able to provide for their family and being able to meet those expectations that society has placed on them in the home, with the type of career they have or what have you. You know, all of that does play a part in their esteem, their ego, when it comes to sitting in the room with other men.
Yes.
That kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think you're accurate with that.
So how would a relationship be impacted from a male's perspective of all of those good points that you ladies just spoke about?
Relationship?
A friendship or a romantic relationship, when it comes to a man coming into a relationship with a low self-esteem. I guess, how would that differ from a woman coming into a relationship with a low self-esteem?
I think, oh wait, I'm about to say something, but I just heard like the last part, so I don't know if I'm about to say it's going to answer what you're going to say, but I think men need validation.
Okay.
I think even if we're just a platonic relationship, a friend, or romantic relationship, I think we just have to be supportive and validate our men, because they do need it. They do need it.
Right.
So I think validation will play a huge piece in helping to lift the esteem for men. That, okay, honey, no, you may not be a scientist, but I'm still proud of you. You know, whether you're the bus driver, whether you're the forklift driver, whether you're the warehouse worker, whatever it is, you know, I'm still proud of you because you get up and you go to work every day. So I think looking for something to pointing out the good, and that kind of stirs the man up. You know, it's something on the inside of the man that gets stirs up when he hears that. You know, almost like if it's a male child and their mom may say, "Oh, look at my little strong muscle man," because he may help carry the bag. Yeah. And you know, on the inside they feel so tough and they feel so proud. Yeah. And I think from if you know, the women in the relationship, we have that same impact on them.
Right.
So I think speaking those words of encouragement and validation over our men would definitely help to boost and lift them, and to maybe encourage them to excel, to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have to stay here. You can reach for higher heights.
Right.
But if you do stay here, I'm good. You know what I mean? So I think just affirming them, they need that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. When does it become draining? Either for the female or the male.
Child.
When does it become draining? Where it's like, okay, how much validation do you need? Or even like you mentioned before, like, I'm okay with you staying here, but what about if I'm not too okay? Because I can see that your potential can be much higher. Yeah. But because of self-doubt or low self-esteem, whatever it is, you decided to you're comfortable here and you just want to stay here. But I want more for the both of us. Because if you do more and have more, that means that our family can have more or do more.
Yeah, I think in those situations, you just have to be discerning And it really comes down to knowing your partner or knowing your friend, to know whether or not it's a victimhood or a victim mentality, or if there's really a barrier that's really keep impeding them
And
from going higher.
You think that impacts the partner as far as their tolerance level?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think so. Because I think I would be less tolerable if I feel like this is a victim and it's like a
Self-inflicted.
woe in me as self-inflicted.
Yeah.
You're just being lazy. Then I think I'm gonna be less tolerable. Versus
I'm not going to tolerate that.
correct.
That's a non-negotiable. You
Yes.
will not be lazy.
Yeah.
We're
Right.
not doing that.
No,
We're not doing that.
I don't have, that's no threshold for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's like we tell children, because every child, as you know, has a different potential.
Yes,
You know,
they
and the
do.
same thing with us adults. We all have our I don't want to say limits, but our different levels
Yes.
of potential. So it's kind of like the same thing, like knowing your husband, knowing your friend, or getting or taking the time to get to know them.
Yes.
So then you are able to know, like, okay, you are acting lazy right now
Yes.
because, or this is really the best you can give me, and then at that point, I have to be okay with that, but at the same time, allow me then to reach as high as I, as high as I
Yes.
can reach, and don't
Yeah.
limit me just because you want or need to stay here, or whatever.
Right.
Whatever that may look like. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So, self-esteem or healthy self-esteem, let's say.
Yes.
Because I believe do you agree that we all have self-esteem? It's just different,
Yeah.
different
Yes.
levels. Okay. So, healthy self-esteem can look different for
I think so.
everyone
And in everyone, yeah.
in
Yeah.
every way. Okay.
I think so.
Because someone who looks like Vonda.
Stop, Mercedes.
Or me.
Or me, and I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about on weekends when I go to the store and I'm wearing my sweatpants and my
Oh,
hair is
yeah.
all.
Because I stopped wearing makeup. I just told Bass.
Yeah.
I do not wear makeup. Since COVID,
What COVID has to do with your makeup?
because of the mask.
Right.
I do not like the residue, the makeup residue inside of the
Right.
mask. That I don't like.
Right.
So was that difficult for you? And this is an honest question to
No,
go from, because you
it
had a
wasn't.
routine.
And I'm glad you said that because that spoke to, I guess, my self-esteem.
Right.
It
right.
didn't bother me at all.
Okay.
It did not bother me whatsoever. And actually, some of my friends and family thought that it would because y'all know I
Yeah.
draw
Yes.
my eyebrows on because I cut the ends off.
Yeah.
But I don't care about it.
Right.
I really don't. You know, I'm confident in who I am, and who I am is who I am.
Absolutely.
And so, no, that didn't bother me at all.
Okay. So
Not at all.
if you were the woman who wakes up in the morning and just put on her jeans, whatever, t-shirt, and run out of the door, compared to someone who has a routine and take their time to, dress up, put on makeup, hair, that shouldn't speak of your level of self-esteem.
I don't think so. If
Absolutely
you're
not.
comfortable in who you are,
Right.
Okay.
then it is what it is.
It is.
That's
Absolutely
just
not.
how I feel about it.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Alrighty, this was good.
It's a good conversation.
Have a drink, Vonda.
There's nothing in it.
Vonda!
Thanks, guys.
You were supposed to pretend there was
It's
something
something-
there.
It's okay.
She finished it before we.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's
did.
what happens. See, our friends are going to think that we don't offer our
No,
friends
I
anything.
understand. I actually had some juice prior to us recording, and it was really, really good. This is my health friend.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
So yeah, now,
Awesome.
now my mug is empty, but I did have a drink prior to.
Okay, Vonda. Next time, just pretend,
It's okay.
Now we move on to the segment of which I love, but Mercedes hate.
Oh,
But now we have a friend to join us, so this is going to
Yes.
be even more fun. So
Okay.
these are the would you rather questions.
okay. So put it.
I'm
put
a
your
little
chair.
nervous.
Oh,
Put it
you
up, put it
cannot
up,
move
put it
because of
up.
the microphone. No, don't move too much. Stay right there. Wait.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
Anyone can answer.
Okay.
This is easy peasy. Good stuff.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather listen to Biggie or Nas?
Biggie.
Biggie all day.
All day, every day.
Okay.
That's
I would
good.
think that you would say
no-brainer.
Nas, because then you grew up in Queens.
Yes,
But
but
he's from Queens, so I thought you would
well,
rep
well,
Nas.
wait. No disrespect. Because Nas is Nas.
Nas, I'm with you. If you ever get a hold of this and that podcast, I'm with you.
Listen, Nas. Listen, Nas. What I was saying was that, yeah, because he's from Queens.
He is. That's
That's my cousin, y'all. That's my cousin. But no, I gotta be real. Like,
Okay,
I,
Biggie, he's dope.
because when
He really is.
I mean, it is what it is. And the thing is, when I came to this country, and
Right.
I was already 15,
Uh-huh.
Biggie was popping. So
Correct.
I learned English.
Listen. Oh, Lord. Listening to Biggie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, Mercedes.
All right. So, would you rather know how you're going to die or when you're going to die?
No.
Which one?
Oh.
Would you rather?
Neither. I don't want to
No. Which one?
Okay, say that again.
Would you rather know how you're going to die or when you're going to die?
How?
How? Why?
Because I could then take, if it's going to be an illness, then hopefully I can take preventative measures to
Yeah, I thought that too. Like, I thought I could kind of like circle
Yes,
it.
or if
If
I
I
knew
knew-
I was going to die in a car accident,
I wouldn't-
then I wouldn't go nowhere.
This is cheating.
Yeah.
This is cheating. You see what I'm
Just
saying?
saying.
This is why I cannot answer those questions because all of those
It's
things
all
go
for
through my
fun.
head.
But you're not taking a licensure test.
But no, what I'm saying is that. Okay, never mind.
Thank
What would
you.
you rather? What would you rather?
I said I would rather know how.
How?
How?
Because I
of
feel
the
like
same
I
reason.
could circumvent it. Like
Yeah.
if I knew I would die on a plane, I would not.
wouldn't fly.
I wouldn't
But
fly.
that doesn't make any sense because you're not saying in your question, you are not saying if you find out how you can change.
That's no. That's for you. That's
That's
your
for- that's-
you.
yeah.
That's how you're making
how
your
you
decision.
process
That's
it.
how. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. This should be straight up.
Oh,
Okay.
she goes with the straight up.
Would you rather to be able to freeze time or travel in time?
Freeze time or travel? I can travel anywhere I want to.
Travel back in time.
For how long can I freeze time?
I don't. That information isn't given.
Well, you answer because I don't have to. Because I can put it on you.
I would like to go back in time.
You
I
like
would
to go back?
Travel back.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
But do you choose where back you want to go back? Or
Yeah,
do
you
just
can travel back to where. Yeah.
whatever you
wanna
want to go back.
I think I would rather freeze it.
Okay.
I really don't have any regrets
Okay.
for how I maneuvered childhood, adolescent, even young adulthood. But I do wish that I could freeze time because there were some moments that I wish I could have maximized, and I feel like
Yeah.
my biological clock is ticking. So if I
Yeah.
could freeze time, I could get some of those things
Done.
done,
Mhm.
and then keep going.
Gotcha.
So you mean to tell me that you went through childhood and you went through your teen years
Talk about esteem.
and you have
I love the way I maneuvered through childhood, adolescent, adulthood. I did nothing wrong.
Listen, life does happen to us all, and it has happened to me as well. But I really pretty much did what I was, again, what society say we should do.
Right.
You go to
That's
school,
fine,
you
yeah.
graduate from high school, you go
get
to
a job,
college, you get
uh-huh.
a job. So I did those things.
Yeah.
But within my journey, there were things that I think I could have did better in. And so I feel like even now, I could do those things that I could freeze the time. Let me
Gotcha.
freeze it, and let me, yeah,
I would like to go back to bring back loved ones.
got it.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? That doesn't even make sense because you didn't say that was part of the option.
Didn't we say the last Vonda? Didn't we?
Yes.
Didn't we? Okay. All right.
That doesn't even make sense.
We're gonna move on.
Move on.
We did.
We did, didn't we? right, last one. Would you rather read the book or watch the movie?
Watch the movie.
It depends. Depends on the book. It really depends on the book.
She's very complicated.
It has to depend.
Just answer.
No, because when you read a book, depending on the book.
So would you rather read the book or watch the
Depends
movie?
on that book and the movie. I'm not going to waste my time reading a book of a movie that sucks.
Okay, I would rather watch the movie. We still don't have Mercedes' answers,
No.
so that concludes Would You Rather.
That was fun.
That was really fun. So
I like that.
Vonda.
I like that. I did.
Yeah, thank you.
I was nervous for a minute,
You
but
should be nervous.
No, be
Easy.
nervous because sometimes she comes up with these things and she's just sitting there looking at me. I feel so pressure, like, oh my gosh, answer. But you know when you pressure, you can't think.
yeah, you can.
She can't think
I
over, and they're just, hypotheticals.
Yeah,
It's nothing that would impact her life.
it's no logic.
It's no
behind
consequence.
some of them. Or
It's
there's
not
a
in
lot of
logic.
logic. You need to process all of it.
It's in the fun. It's not to be logical because there's no right or wrong.
There is
You
no-
see? So it's just in fun.
Well, there may be a right or wrong to me.
For her.
Okay. So this concludes this or that. And I am so grateful, Vonda, that you decided to
Thank
join
you.
us. This was so
a
fun. This was
pleasure.
amazing.
Yeah, really, and it was fun.
Yes.
Don't let it be your last.
Please don't.
Okay.
Okay, and next time I'll make sure I put something in there so you don't put us on the spot.
Right.
Talking about there's nothing. And then she shows us to what, oh, there's nothing there, Mercedes.
That's
Really,
how she
Mom?
is.
That's how you is for real.
Guys.
But friends, remember, this is just friends having conversations, friendly
Absolutely.
conversations. Everything that we talk about today is not coming from experts' perspective, but it's coming from three women and our own experiences
Absolutely.
through life.
Yep.
Remember, you are all beautiful. We are all beautiful in our
Yes.
unique ways. Don't let society or anybody else tell you otherwise. Bold, not bold, hair, no hair, long hair,
Yep.
short hair, curly hair, kinky hair.
Don't
straight
care.
hair.
Doesn't matter.
Makeup, no makeup, jeans,
Right.
high heels, whatever.
And we get it.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter. Don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to subscribe
And
and
share.
like this video and share.
Say Vonda.
And share.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Oh, you got it right.
I got it right.
Yay. Alrighty.
So remember, life doesn't have to be this or that. It should be this and that. Bye.
Adios.